Look who I got. It's Dawn.
I'm helping.
She's helping. So we are outside in the Sit Podcast Armor Test Field track.
Backyard.
We are going to show you scale of different minis as how it would relate to the scale in actual combat. So I'm going to be flipping the camera around here shortly, but to show you, in the box that Dawn is holding, there are tanks, lots of tanks. Okay. Let me make sure we can see chat just in case. Hi there. Yes. No, I don't need you. Go away. Hold on a minute. Something happened here. Go away. Okay. Anyways, so what we're going to do is I have a 100-foot tape measure. If I can get it out of my pocket. It's in my pocket. And we're going to measure out scales based upon each of the different little scales here. We've got 3 millimeter there. We have 6 millimeter there. We have 10 millimeter there, 15 millimeter there, and 28 millimeter there. So we're going to measure out how far in scale it would be to model it and play it in real scale. So let us begin, shall we?
We shall.
All right. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Bear with me one second as I do this. Hopefully it'll be the right one. No, that doesn't want to play nice with that one. All right. So that is the length of our fold. So I'm going to give you the tape measure.
Okay.
You can put the tanks down. So we're hold up the 3 millimeter tank in front of the camera. So I'm coming around to you, Dawn.
Teeny tiny baby tanks.
All right, those are M1A1 Abrams in 3 millimeter scale Pico armor. So according to my calculations here, I have calculations I wrote up. The effective gun range of a M1 or any more modern tank is 3,000 meters. So at 3 millimeter scale, it's 1 to 1/600th of a scale. So at 3,000 meters, that equates to 16 feet. If you will, my kind assistant.
I will.
Here, I chopped your head off. Sorry. All right, go out 16 feet. Keep going. You're not
Trying to see what numbers I'm looking at.
right. Okay, that's 3,000 meters in 3 millimeter scale, or 1/600th. Right? That's twice a normal 4x8 table. All right. So now we're going to go to 6 millimeter. And at 6 millimeter, we're looking at 34 feet. So 34 feet. That's kind of crazy. That's 6 millimeter. That's not even Gen Con scale? Bigger than Gen Con scale? All right. The effective range of a 10 millimeter cannon or main gun of a modern tank at 10 millimeter, you ready for this? 61 feet. See ya. 61. So, yeah. 61. All right, that's 10 millimeters. Now, at the Tame Yankee 15 millimeter tanks, which you normally play on a 4x4 to 4x6 to maybe 4x8 tank table, if you were doing it in real world combat scale of 15 millimeter, which is 1/100th, it would be 98 feet. 98. Can y'all see her way back there? Wave, Dawn. That's 98. All right. Last but not least, 28 millimeters. So we're talking bolt action style. I know. So to play an effective gun range of a main tank gun at 3,000 feet, or excuse me, 3,000 meters, you would have to go 175 feet. So basically past the shed. So there you go. Jim is in the house. Jim, I am exploring the real world ranges. Right now, Dawn is at 15 millimeters scale for a main tank gun of 3,000 meters at the 15 millimeter scale is 1 to 100th. It comes out to 98 feet converted. So you would need a table, a minimum of 98 feet from edge to edge, so a main gun could have a real world range at max range or effective range. So there again, Don, we're gonna have you come back now, okay? So come back to 61 feet. 6-1. As you can see, she's coming in 61 feet. That's 61 feet there. So that's 61 feet, guys. So 10 millimeter to equate 3,000 meters to the 10 millimeter scale is 61 feet. Come on into 6 millimeters, which is, was it 96? Hold on, you're shaking me up. Oh, I'm sorry. 61 feet is 10. 6 millimeters, 34 feet. You're shaking the camera. 34. 34 feet will be the equivalent of 6 millimeter or 285 at 3,000 meters. 34 feet. So you would need a table, a minimum of 34 feet from edge to edge to simulate effective range of a main tank gun in the modern combat. Going down to 3 millimeters, 16 feet, please. All right, lay it on the ground. All right, so there's our tape measure. I'm going to grab our 3 millimeter tanks. And I'm just going to put them on the tape measure. There they are. And that's how much you would have to play to simulate real world ranges in modern armored combat. 16 feet. Wave, Don. Wave lower. They can't see you. So that's those tanks there to her where she's at is 3,000 meters in 3 millimeter combat range. Woo! That's crazy. All right. Can you imagine? Jim was not kidding when he said you need a tennis court to play some games. We have about 1.25 acres here on Sit Rep Podcast Ranch. We could play, but we'd get lost in the grass. I mean, we could play on the driveway, but yeah. So if you want to now is how do we game so it feels more realistic? I'm going to switch cameras here. Bear with me. All right. So thank you, Donnie. So now you figured out what the range. It's kind of humid here today, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Very still. I come in here. They want to see you. Hey, show off the merch. They can't see the merch because I'm staring at me. Stand by. Going to the box. Okay, the merch. Lift your hair, please. So this is first edition shirts. Very limited quantity because turn around for me, guys. The front chest insignia will be going away because we don't like it. Doesn't look the way we wanted it to. So if you want one of these awesome shirts, we are going to be selling them for $9.99 to get them out. So you can get a collector's item, the last of those. And anybody who comments on this live stream between now and Saturday, we'll send you a free t-shirt. Cool? Cool. All right. So how do we game in this world, right? I would look for some comments from you guys. Dawn, you're not in the picture. Why do you keep moving? Stop moving.
I'm not moving. You're moving.
I know, I'm shaking. It's hard to hold this. Like, see? Anyway, so we need to figure out realistic ranges. That's why you have the rules, So as you can see, it's not practical to game in realistic ranges unscaled. Yeah. Otherwise, you would be all the way down there, right? Playing your games. So, yeah, not realistic, but you have to come to a compromise. So we'll have to figure out something with it. But while we have Dawn here, because she's a big fan of historical wargaming. Not really. She is a big gamer. Mm-hmm. And she said she would come on one of our Saturday Night Live podcasts just to paint. No judgment, no close-ups, just to hang and tell stories. So let's tell a story, shall we? Let's tell a story.
Tell a story?
Yes. How did you get into wargaming?
That's how.
Well, tell the story.
I was straight board gaming.
Hold on, I'm going to switch arms because my arm's getting tired.
All of my life. Until Bill entered the picture and you got hurt at work.
Yep.
And you were looking for something to do and he was researching
Flames of War.
Flames of War.
Yep.
And he started chatting with our friends across the pond and asked if he could write a little bit, and he did.
Yep.
And we were coming up on an Adepticon weekend, which at the time I had no idea what it was. And Bill said, hey, we're going to go to this convention and take a look around. And I thought, cool. And then the next thing you know, there was a mic in my hand and I was talking to people about stuff that I did not understand or know anything about. But I was hooked. I knock about historical because it isn't my thing. But I played some games with you. I just don't always know what I'm talking about, but I like the actual playing the game part.
So the sad thing,
not attractive.
So the sad thing is that she actually wins a lot of times playing historical because she just doesn't understand, and she just goes, "That's cool." And
I probably do something that that anybody that is respectful of historical games would probably cry and be upset, but
right.
Yeah.
So that's how Dawn and I got into it. Oh, we have a comment. Hold on. I need spectacles. Gaming, painting, significant other, lucky. You better appreciate what you have. Oh, believe me. That's from Bob.
Nice.
Thanks, Bob. Of course.
Bob.
I appreciate it. She actually was... Who was one of the big first ones you have? Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
So
first Ronnie and Carlos.
Yeah, Ronnie Renton from Mantic and Carlos from Infinity. She instantaneously became great friends with them, like you said, she knew nothing about them or their companies or their games. And then just from hanging out with them and then since then, anytime she sees them, Carlos comes up and hugs you and kisses you and
sure,
all that good stuff. So, it's a great community. And I am lucky because she does like to war game, maybe not historical, but, we do have a lot of good stuff. We are actually thinning out some of our herd.
A little bit.
We just got rid of our dust stuff. We didn't get rid of it. We gave it to...
Don't say it like that.
Yeah, we rehomed it.
We can visit it.
Yeah, so my stupid camera. We gave it over to Marty and Chris because, we have so much stuff. I was looking for some of these little tanks to do the scale comparison this evening, and I was pulling out boxes of stuff. I have a box up there. I think it's from Spectre that's not even opened.
I'm sure we have a lot of boxes like that.
Yeah, and guys, while I'm thinking of it, before I forget, check out Chris's new web store, Modern Mini 3D. He makes some licensed 3D modern miniatures and vehicles. Make sure you check him out. He's got some really great stuff.
Yeah, because then if you want to play to scale, you now know how much crazy space it takes.
All that.
And a bag of chips.
And a bag of chips. Now that's effective range of 3,000 meters for main battle gun. Now an M16, a modern combat rifle, you're looking at 300 meters. So you take 1/10 of that. So at 16 feet, what's 1/10 of 16 feet? 1.6 feet.
And here is why I don't necessarily love playing historical games.
So, you know, okay, if you go out to 96 feet, which was the 15 millimeter, so it's almost 10 feet. So a rifle, a 15 millimeter trooper with a modern combat weapon at 300 meters would be 10 feet on a table. So you couldn't even play that accurately on a 4x8 table. So then comes the question, do we do the rules of 50%? Even at 50%, you can't play it realistically. Even at
what if you go 80-20 and you make the 20 be the part that you're trying to do?
I mean, you kind of have to. I mean, that's where the rules come in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you go from there. So I don't know. You know, it's kind of tough. I'm all about realism. You know, because I don't like parking lot games.
And I live in La La Land. So
she lives in La La Land. You know, and I'm not slamming any company or game per se, but you know, Team Yankee, depending on the size you're playing, it can feel like a parking lot game. You know, remember, well, you weren't there. When Jim and I were at the boot camp for Team Yankee release over Thanksgiving, it's the best Thanksgiving I ever had, by the way.
I know, when I sent you to Island.
It was the best gift ever.
Right.
So yeah. You know, we're playing on what, a 4x4 table, and those tanks really back up. Oh, Bob gave us another message. Can you read that, Dawn?
Hello, everyone. Oh, that's Jim.
That's me. Or Jim.
Or you.
Bob says.
The top one?
Yep.
If you go realistic, you can make terrain a factor, like urban setting.
Yeah, I agree. You know, but if you're doing armor warfare outside of an urban setting. So I was thinking about this. If you guys have ever read the book Team Yankee, there's a chapter in there where they're sitting on a hill. There's a village in the middle, and the Soviets are on one side, and the Americans are on the other. And you know, and they send the mechanized infantry in. It'd be really hard to do at anything bigger than 6 millimeter, personally. I mean, you could do it at 10, but I think you're going to lose some of the effectiveness of the ranges. But you know, who knows? Let's see. Bob says another one. Can you read that, Donnie?
I hate the Team Yankee parking lot, and that's why I go 6 millimeter with Flames of War.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I'm all about the micro scales. I like 6 mil, 10 mil. We're going to do a playthrough of North Hag, you know, at the original scale of 10 mil. And then, you know, we'll take it down to 6 mil because I can 3D print. That's what the one tank is. Can you pick up that little gray tank there, Donnie? Mm-hmm. Is I 3D print. I got the file so I can, yep, that one. So this is 6 mil right here. That's a 6 mil. Is that a Challenger or a Chieftain? I can't remember which one. It's a British armor, but I'm not up on my British armor. But that's 6 mil 3D print on the resin printer. You know, we can go from there. So, Bob, you're just talking away here. How about some architects sometimes use the lines to abbreviate distance one war game table? Yeah, I got that. You know, we can do that too. I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, when they do the hash marks, you know, when you know what they're talking about? Mm-mm. So on architectural drawing or electrical drawing, when you have a long distance to cover, you'll see on like an electric drawing, they do the line and it breaks and you have like a little squiggly and then it continues on that and signifies a great distance.
Yeah, got it.
And they do something similar in architectural drawing too. So guys, it's a very short video tonight. I wanted to get out the scales. So when we start doing the scale war of scales, you understand real distance. And today, perfect day to get out here because it's not raining. It's humid as
I
hell.
was gonna say, I don't know if perfect is the word, but
It
it's
feels
not
like
raining.
it feels like Florida,
It does.
except in the Keys we still have the trade winds.
Yes.
And if it was really muggy, we just go out into the canal and go to the ocean and go kayaking or boating or whatever. But you know, we just wanted to get a view on our Wednesday night, get you some juice flowing to think about what's going on. You're welcome, Bob. Bob says thanks for the good, cool demo. You know, and we wanted to show off my Donnie.
Next time it'll be on a gimbal where it's a little more flattering.
I forgot the gimbal.
Saying.
Yeah. Well,
it's not like you don't have.
Well, the problem is this won't fit on a gimbal.
Of course it won't.
So
because it's gotta have the latest, greatest, fancy schmancy.
I have a Galaxy Fold, so it's too wide when it's opened up that you can't use it. I guess if I had done the Fold, but it's still too thick, so I'd have to use one of our other phones, which is not a big deal. But yeah, guys, you know, we're looking for some ideas for other content. So like I said, I'm doing War of Scales, which will use the North Hag rules for modern tank combat, and we're going to do it at 3 mil, 6 mil, 10 mil, the original design, 15, and 28. And to be honest with you, we are not going to use that. We're going to use probably a 4x8 table and go from there. So, but look for Dawn in some future shows as she just hangs out with us because she loves her historical.
But I like hanging out with people. So see, I do that. So my painting because I need to gain some confidence there.
She does. Also, we're looking to see what the future holds for the Sit Rep podcast. You know, guys, one thing, we can't do it without you guys. We do it for you guys. We do need your help. If you could get a shout out to some people, you know, and going there. July's been a very slow month. We've only gained a net of 2 subscribers since June. We've had a lot of ups and downs this month, you know, and that's fine. We understand, but we want the channel to grow, and it helps us because the more it grows, the more attention we get, and that helps get other companies and, you know, demos and think that, you know, to support us. And there's been a lot of great work behind the scenes. Jim has been just pounding away at different things. He created the supplement for Valor and Victory in the modern era, which is available on Board Game Geek, I believe, right, Jim? So if you're interested in playing Valor and Victory in the modern era, there's a whole supplement now for that. It's professionally published or designed. You know, it's self-printable. And then, you know, Jim's working on behind the scenes for the computerized version of the game, you know, helping with scenarios for the next release. And, you know, we've done Sit Rep Skirmish, which is our own rule set. You know, so there's a lot of great stuff going on. So we wanted to make sure that you guys have a little bit of everything. And, you know, while this may not be the typical Wednesday night video you see with us sitting at a table somewhere, it'd be really interesting to bring you what it would look like to game in real world scale at those different levels. And I hope that gives you some ideas. Can you imagine doing Team Yankee out here? Mm-hmm. First of all, we'd have to like put flashing beacons on all the tanks and stuff because we wouldn't be able to see them. And you know, go like that. So we're coming up with ideas because Dawn doesn't know it yet.
Oh boy, here we go.
But you know, there is talk in the wind of another St. Valentine's Day massacre next February, maybe.
We just get COVID to cooperate.
Right? COVID needs to knock shit off. I'm just gonna put it out there. You know, we've been working too hard on this. All right, guys. So we're gonna kick off. My phone's about ready to die.
I don't want to kick off.
Oh, you know what I meant. We're not gonna drop dead. We're just gonna DD Mao out. Okay. My battery's about to die on our phone. We hope you enjoyed the live stream. We want you to enjoy your family time tonight. It's Wednesday. Make sure you be on the lookout. Jim is cooking up something for Modern Warfare in China. And so if somebody wants to take them on, now's your time to get on it. And make sure you check out Chris's web store, Modern Mini 3D, for your 3D modern miniature figures. And Damon has joined the house. Drone cam for outdoor gaming and a large. You know what? I do have a DJI drone. Yeah. I wanted to bring it. Oh, look, you can see the hole in my T-shirt that I just said you wouldn't see. But I was going to bring it out for this live cast, but I didn't have enough time to figure out how to
Plus, it
wire
was
it
so
in,
humid, the camera
which
was
fog it up. So yeah, it's like almost 100%
It's
humidity.
a sauna.
So
Sauna.
it's a sauna. So yeah. So guys, if you're interested in doing some gaming weekend, hopefully COVID will stop its silliness by next February, so we can actually get together and game. It would be awesome. So for the SitRep crew, please make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, notifications, all that silliness. And thanks, Dawn.
Bye, guys.
And we will see you guys soon. Take care.